It's the Platinum 20 playlist with BJ Stone and Donna Briggs. And this weekend in the Celebrity Spotlight, oh man, she is, I mean, we really hit it large this time.
Yes.
She made her debut back in 2005. I first saw this lady in Deja Vu.
Deja Vu.
And I thought I was in love for the first time.
And
I'm
she's
just looking at
very
a
beautiful,
movie.
you guys, in real life.
And then I saw
I
her
like that
again.
fake Hollywood pretty stuff.
I saw her once again in Mission Impossible.
Yes.
I said, I got to meet this lady and see how the universe works.
Yes.
She is
She's
here.
here.
Paula Patton.
Yay.
She is here on the Platinum 20 playlist.
Yes.
A lot
Well,
of
thank
P's.
you for having me. That is a great introduction.
Thank you so much for stopping by, hanging out with us. Like I said, you got a lot of movies under your belt.
Yes.
So, did you always intend on being, an actor?
I've always wanted to.
Oh, you did?
Yes,
Okay.
ever since I was a little girl. My favorite game growing up was make believe, and I
Okay.
would put on these plays, and I'd play all the roles. And my mom was like, "Who are you arguing with in your bedroom?" I'm like fighting with myself, and it was crazy.
Okay, well, that was good.
It's
Good
true.
practice.
Yeah, it was funny. And but then I got sidetracked a little bit. And I went to a performing arts high school, but I had a friend. He was a Spike Lee wannabe, and he got me. And he dressed like him, the whole thing. And I remember that moment that I saw Do the Right Thing, and I started to understand that there were filmmakers, that there was actually a person behind the movie.
Okay.
I know that sounds crazy, and so I thought, oh, maybe I want to be a filmmaker. And then I went to school. I graduated from college with that intent. But ended up doing a lot of PA work, what you have to do when you
pay your dues. As
yes,
they say.
absolutely. I never saw a film set. I was doing what they call lock up 2 blocks away.
Okay.
Just, can you please not go on set? Don't walk through the shot. It was, I never saw a scene. I just was, and I was the lowliest person. I had to, charge the walkie-talkie batteries.
So I guess you had to be the water person.
But I remember I was like it was that job because I had to drive up to San Francisco to get the job, and they had told me that the lead girl had dropped out before I left, and the entire drive I was fantasizing
Like
that
you were the lead
they
girl.
would see me and they'd say, "Put that backpack down, get over here," and that did not happen.
Oh.
And many years later, actually, is when I had a moment with myself, which was like, I really enjoyed what I was doing, but I didn't love it, and that's, I think, so
Your heart
important.
wasn't in it.
Yeah, and I think that that I had that moment where I just said, "What is it that you love to do since you were a little girl?" And it was act, and I thought you, for as much as I know, I have this one life to live, right? You
That's
must
true.
make, yeah, I totally believe in past life and all that, and crystals and such. But you're meant to do something with this one. I thought, oh.
Why not?
Let's take lessons, take classes, and you'll know if it feels good or not. Because nothing is harder than being in a room full of actors, acting in front of actors. They are the meanest.
Oh, really?
Oh God! I remember thinking once I got on set, I'm like, oh, acting class prepares you to be on set because nothing's more brutal than a class of actors. They're like, I don't believe it.
Oh,
Yeah, now look
wow.
She's terrible. I just didn't even get it at all. Those tears don't seem at all real. Like, okay, I'm just gonna go kill myself. So if you can get past that and get a job, then you can handle a film set.
So do you pick and choose your own movies, or do they?
You can now, right?
No. There's still a bit of a process to it. I mean, first, of course, early on, that was all luck, I mean, it's just and then yes, you don't pick it. It's the things you say no to that I guess start to build the path for you.
Okay.
That what was really important to me, and I try to hold on to it, but you got to pay the bills sometimes. But being moved by material that you want to, and that's what I'm really realizing more and more in my life is that I want to be moved, and I want the work that I'm a part of to move people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether
You
that
want it to
makes
mean
you
something.
yeah, whether it makes you laugh or think or escape, but somehow you've been affected.
Well, you
and
grabbed
it's not
me in
just
Deja
letting
Vu.
go.
You can see that movie affected me. But in Deja Vu,
Yeah, he loved
you
it.
and Denzel, that was
Oh
a
my
great
God!
movie.
To work with Denzel.
Yeah, how was that
early-
working with Denzel?
Well, he didn't know it, but he was my mentor. I mean, I just watched everything he did, and I thought this was the most. It was a very lucky thing that so early on in my career I got to do that because I hadn't made up my mind about how you're meant to do anything, and I still think his approach is incredible because he clearly does so much work beforehand to prepare for the character, but you see at this moment where he just jumps down the rabbit hole, you know, and he's like a jazz musician. He's improvising and he's free flowing, and to be with him, you got to jump in too. And I had made one other film before that, this film Idlewild, and I was way more rehearsed, you know. I was like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and you can't do that with Denzel. You gotta just get in there. and I remember that feeling of like really being in the moment. When people talk about being in the moment, where you just transcend, and so it was an incredible thing.
And you
for
also
me.
did Two Guns with him. I saw him.
I
with
did.
you.
I did. I like that. That was good.
I
That
have
was
to
really
say,
good.
yeah, to
But
work
let's
twice
talk
in my
about
life is
this
good.
movie
Yes.
you're
The
in
War-
now,
the
because
Warcraft.
the movie came out
Warcraft.
yesterday, Friday.
Yes. Oh gosh, I'm.
How did you become part of that?
Well, you know what? I've never played the game. I didn't even know it existed. To be honest with you, but I love the script, and that's why it was the story, and it was Gorona. I get to play this character. It's just she transforms so much during the film. She begins as the slave to Gul'dan, who's the most powerful orc, and then she finds herself in the human world, and in that she falls in love, and she is an interesting character because she is half orc, half human, and that was very challenging to play. But
like an avatar.
But they had to do that
but
so
no,
she
not-
looks so great, because
Okay.
even with the fangs
She
and the
still
teeth
looks
coming
nice.
out of her mouth, she still looks good.
Aw, very sweet.
I mean, like,
Thank
Well,
you.
it's kind of hard to ugly her up.
Oh, you guys, I love you guys. This is fun.
great in that.
No, appreciate it.
And you had to learn to speak the language too,
I did.
right?
I had to learn orc, and they really take it seriously, you guys. Like it has vocabulary, and we had a dialect coach. It was
You couldn't just make it up. You had to learn the language.
no, and they'd be on you like no gaha, and you're like gaha, no gaha, and you're like I thought I just said that.
Like, it's not real. What's the
No,
big
no,
deal?
no, go boss. Like, okay, go to no. Sorry. Anyways, it was a challenge. It was. Like,
So was it fun working on this set?
it was so much fun. You know, I think that's the fun is also what you see on screen, because it really brought me back in touch with my inner child.
Oh, okay.
And I think that this is a movie that does that, in that thing of escape, imagination, that there's other world. When you step into this film, you're just transported into another world. You know, that's nothing like our modern world. There's no cell phones and Wi-Fi and such. You're just like, you know, you get to really, you know, escape. And
And
just
flying
love
is a little
that.
easier too. You don't have to go through the hassles like with the airlines. The way they
This is
fly
true.
around,
They
it's a
just
little
fly.
easier.
It is
this
true.
way.
And
You guys got to go check out this movie. It came out yesterday.
Warcraft.
Yes, you will enjoy it. It is a ride, and one that will move your soul.
I
as
can see
well.
you being a superhero. Though. That should be your next movie. Like
From
I
your
don't know.
lips to
I don't
whoever.
know.
I'll do it. I'd love to do it.
So are you
It'd be
working on
fun.
anything now?
Yeah.
Anything in production?
You know what? I have some things that I'm
You
developing.
can't talk
She
about
can't
it.
talk about it.
But you know what I'm really, you guys, it's a new thing for me, but I'm really trying to enjoy the moment. You know, just enjoy this moment with you guys here and celebrating this film, and trying not to worry about the future
That's
so
true.
much.
Okay.
You
You're
know,
right. You're right.
it's like just because we don't enjoy these things, we're always
Right.
like, oh,
On to the next thing.
yeah, or you're like worried about what you just did, and it's I find that has been a place of suffering for me, and I've like my whole thing now is like I want to play, I want to enjoy life, and so in that it's about like how do we just like be present in this moment and have
Right.
fun. So
Okay.
we'll see. We'll see
Okay.
what happens.
Okay.
And like I said, she looks great in the movie.
And looks great in real life.
Very good, because
Paula-
and so this is a handsome pair over here as well.
Hey, we're
Yes.
trying to get into the next movie. I mean, we tried hard, right, Donna? Paula, thank you so much.
Thank
for
you so
stopping
much,
by.
you guys. Appreciate
Paula,
it.
on the Platinum 20 playlist.
Thank you
That was
guys.
fun.
I appreciate it.